Oh, you hear the music? You come before the music.
The fat bastard has to have tunes coming in.
He's got to have the entrance music thing. Welcome back to Less Cash, More Mash. My name's Tom.
And I'm Mike.
And today, we're cracking open a new bottle of Wheel Horse, not House, Wheel Horse Rye Whiskey. All right, so I don't know if you guys will notice, but we recently, according to you guys, just did the Wheel Horse. And I kept saying Wheelhouse the whole time we did the review. We actually did it a long time ago, and we bumped it. It came out, which would probably be a couple weeks ago now, like June 6th, it's actually going to come out. We bumped it because we ended up getting Jack Daniel's bonded, and we wanted to try to get that out as soon as possible because it's brand new. Just like we're trying to get out Triple Mash. So I don't know if we referred back to the Wheel Horse or not in any of the other videos that we have done. Sometimes we refer back to other ones that we just recently did. But
and we can't get Triple Mash.
We haven't got, I don't know if it's going to be out by the time this video gets out because we do try to keep a little bit ahead to avoid work schedules and stuff. But if we did revert back to it, we did end up really liking it. But you actually are going to see it a couple weeks after, 2-3 weeks after we actually did the review anyway. So, but today, we have their rye whiskey. So he was reading the bottle and it was nothing like I got off the internet. So if I'm lying to you, hey, it happens. You know what I mean? Like, I apologize. So this is 27.
I did my job anyway.
$27.99, 101 proof rye whiskey. It's made in O.Z. Tyler Distillery in Owensboro, Kentucky. But this says something about bottled in Rhode Island or something.
It did say
something like that.
Somewhere Rhode Island.
It's a 95.5 rye, so there is a good possibility it's an MGP. We don't even know, but it's a 95.5 rye. And basically, the distillery that they work in, it was closed for many years. In 2014, Ron Call, who was a 40-year veteran of Jim Beam and Florida Caribbean Distillers, bought and reopened the distillery. And then his son Jacob took over in 2016. Hence, this was born, and that's when they started making the rye. But let's see what we got for Coke Pop. Well, nice Coke Pop. But
that'd be a nice little hand-me-down job, isn't it?
Yeah, no kidding. You know, what did our father give us?
We won't go there.
Bruises.
I wasn't going there.
I'm getting old.
15 steps to the bottom of the
I'm
stairs.
getting old. Look at that. I bruised myself by like sleeping the other day. I'm like, what did I do at night?
Carrying your friggin' box.
No, that was like the other day. I was like, ooh, somehow I hurt my arm. I don't know what I did, but there you go. If someone can invent a bottle that actually pours without dripping, I appreciate that. I look like a...
You actually did pretty good with one of them with the big lip.
With the big lip, yeah, the rabbit hole. I actually did. This one, I think I need the big lip on it. I think Elijah Craig has a big lip too. We're gonna start going to the big lip bottles. No more of these little lip bottles. I don't like these anymore. But that's all. So this is a 95.5 rye. So I'm assuming I haven't put my nose near it, but I should be getting pine trees. I'm not gonna get pine trees.
You're gonna get scotch.
He said that last time. I think your nose is broken. You told me that the last time we had a 95 rye.
That's what I'm getting. I'm getting a very light scotch. This is going to throw me in a test. If I go in a blind, this is going to throw me.
I see where you get the scotch. I do. Because it almost gives you that, but it's not to me yet. Hold on. Let me spin it a little bit.
We'll see. Then you'll be smoking me in these tests when the rye's coming.
No, I see why you get the scotch, though. I see why you get it.
It wouldn't be so much. It would be an Irish. It leans to me.
The Irish with the malted scotch end of it.
Yeah. Oh, I'd be screwed.
This is the initial pour, so this is going to change. Also,
I could tell already. I would lose this battle.
Good. I need a win. You're ahead of me. You've been ahead of me since I start the game, and I can't even win. So,
wow.
Let me see what this tastes like, though. There's that comes back up. You get that rye spice.
The drink would probably bring me back
to the rye.
It might save, yeah. And
this isn't as pine. What did we just drink the other day? And I kept saying it smells like the pine tree. What did we just have? Was it?
It wasn't Oval, right?
No, it was. Oh, Henry Clay.
Oh, yeah.
Henry Clay
Yeah,
was
yeah.
a 95.5, wasn't it?
I think it was.
And that one,
And it was similar.
that one had a lot of the pine.
So I'd be double left.
I'm getting this one actually to me, and I don't wanna shoot off yet with it, but I think after you get through that first layer of little pine, you actually get. I'm getting caramel. Let me see. I am. This reminds me a lot of like when I did, and don't get me wrong, that's only like 51, 52%. But what I remember
it is better.
What I remember of the Wild Turkey 101 one was it still kind of had that turkey caramel-esque behind the rye spice. So it was almost like a high rye.
So I guess for me, I'm gonna have to take note. If I stay with it, you start to get the bourbon-esque smells. But if you sit here and then you bring it to your nose, I get the Scotch or
Right
the
off the
Irish.
bat.
Yeah, I get that blast. Which
See, I
throws
don't.
me off.
I'm not getting the Scotch like you do. I
It's not-
see.
it's-
I see
it's
where
more
you
like the
get it.
Irish
Yep.
on that closer end of the island.
See, to me, I'm almost getting the pine tree, but this one, honestly, I'm gonna say this is a bourbon because I really am getting.
I would
think it's
not
like a
go
high
bourbon.
rye bourbon to me.
I would probably lean towards Irish, but it's drinking hotter than an Irish, so then that would toss me maybe to a rye.
See, I'm assuming this is gonna develop now that it's out of the neck pour, and it's gonna change into something different. That's the crazy thing.
And
As dumb as we look doing it, you honestly though, you try that. You get a couple bottles and have some family member pour it. That's why I did the samples because we don't have a pour, and you think you would know how hard is it to pick out, but I mean, we have a handful of bottles now, but it's hard because you know what you're like, well, this could be this, and this. It's not easy to actually know what you have. I will say. You know what it almost was reminding me of, and I haven't drank that in so long. You probably drank it since I have. Is the Old Overholt when I had that one?
I haven't had it since we.
No, it's been a long time since I tried.
And I
that
told
one.
you I almost bought the double rye or whatever they got.
But this one's reminding me. It's not reminding me of like Riverboat, which really gave me that pine. And you actually like almost turned away on that one when you had it one time because you were like, no, not for me. This one really has a lot of the. I almost want to say Werther flavor, not so much of a cake. Like it's giving me that caramel.
But yet it still has, to me, it has that Scotch-esque hint with it.
I'm not getting any of that.
So I'm going to be fucked.
You
If
get what you
in
get.
a blind, I'm going to be screwed.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but I don't get any of the Scotch smell in this one.
Really?
I don't get. Honestly, I really don't. None. I'm getting a lot of the caramel with a hint of a pine is what I get. I don't get the Scotch at all.
I get no pine, no juniper, no. But I get the Pop Rocks type feeling a little
On
bit.
the tongue.
Yeah.
It does.
So
It does
that's
sit on
gonna
your
be
tongue.
the only thing that might save me.
And it's still on my tongue, and it gives you that little. I like the Pop Rocks effect. It kind of gives you that little. People say peppery. I got like that little.
Because
like it activates on your tongue.
an Irish really doesn't have that.
No. I will go on the record to say I really like the Wheel Horse bourbon. I really like this Wheel Horse Rye too. So this is $27.99.
I almost would say I'm thinking I might have liked the bourbon a little better. Only because this has that Scotch to me. 101. What was that?
Grab it. I'm not getting any Scotch. I don't know what you're saying. Like I'm not even close. It's right in the middle. Right next to Rabbit. Top, right next to you.
Somebody's on the other shelf.
No, we really liked it when we had it last time, and I purposely got this one when I went to the store.
Do a sample.
Because I said I'm going to try it back to back, but we literally had this.
I got really screwed.
I was going to say you were very generous.
I was trying to not spill, show everybody you can pour these, but
yeah.
I got enough because it's all over my hands.
No, it the nose. Let me spin this one a little bit, but the nose is not.
I just screwed up my glasses.
Hold on, but you stay right still, so I don't.
Yeah, see, I get none of the Irish in this. I I think that's
Sniff your, go like this. Sniff right there. Smell yourself. That's a trick they say.
I just did.
When you want to reset your nose, you smell. No, but your hand has the booze on it. Your elbow.
I was trying to get.
You want to smell yourself, and then it resets your nose, and then you go back in and try. And
Somebody's gonna be making me doing like backflips to see if I can do it.
Google it. It's one of them things that people say to try to help you get better. I'm not getting a huge nose on the bourbon here. Let me mix it around a little bit. Let me
What
try
was
this.
I forgot? What was the proof of wheel horse up there? I might be a little.
This one's 101, so I think that was in the same realm. I think, yeah, no, it was 101. That was 101 also. I remember it drank delicious, and it really did. I just had a sip of it. It has a nice flavor, a nice taste. The nose is coming around. It's gonna get out of the bottle. I don't think I've cracked that thing since we tried it, and that was weeks and weeks ago. No, I haven't.
See,
because it was one of them ones. I'm like, I really like this. I'm gonna try to save it. I've been trying to get rid of some of the other ones to make room for.
But you're the rye guy.
I have been. I have been loving the rise.
Right now, quick. I would go to the bourbon.
That was weird. I've never got that in my life. But I came off the bourbon and I just threw it up to my nose and got an orange peel. I've never smelled that in my life. And I went, it might be a fluke. But the first thing that hit me with the rye was an orange peel.
No.
I'm telling you, it's the weirdest thing ever. I've never got that in my life. I don't even know if it's even a scent, but it is. There is something. There is something fruity.
I still get peat.
There is something fruity in this. That's weird. I've never had that happen. I didn't get it originally.
What was the price?
I would buy this time and time again. I actually really enjoy this one.
I would get this one.
I think it was in the same realm.
27.
Well, that I want to
Actually,
say
28. So they're both 28.
they're right in the same price range. I want to say that one was actually like the 2019 freaking one of the best ones. Ouch. or something like that.
Personally, I like that one better. Is this one bad? No.
I almost get a fruit on this. That's the weirdest thing ever. And I don't want to say orange, but I want to say orange-esque. I'm getting some kind of a fruit. Even if it's like a fake orange candy, like what them orange like that
Slices?
Yeah, like it's almost that's weird.
I like that.
I've never got that. I haven't had them in a million years, but it's almost like honestly, this bourbon is phenomenal too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually, again, when we poured it the first time, I'm like, oh, I really like that one. I could kill that bottle in a heartbeat. And I've been trying to stay away from all to try to keep the top shelf. Again, the good part about our little bag of tricks over here is, I don't think there's one over there. Like when we first started,
We may have one.
Honestly, when we first started this, I started going, you want to try this one or this one? I think this one might be better. Now it's just like, I can't decide which one I want to try because I know that
it's like a blind grab for us.
it should be all good. I'm having a harder time trying to pick out like, I wanted to try all of them at the same time. Like now,
I let him just grab his little.
Yeah.
Thing.
And now it's like I fight over. Do I want this one or this one or this one or this one? But I wanted to get this one out. It would have been almost probably a good month since we've done the actual original bourbon, and this opened up nice. This is still delicious. The original bourbon one.
Me, I would get the bourbon one first. This is good. I like that one better. That's just me. I like the notes. I like the flavor. And this semi reminds me of a little bit of a. And I know you keep saying no, but I still keep getting a little. Scotch.
It's not that you're not. You get what you get. I'm not telling you you're wrong. What I'm saying is I'm actually getting a fruit, which is the craziest thing to me. I'm almost like gravitating to it because it's given me a fruit that I've never gotten any drink that I've done.
I'm trying, but
it started out with a pine, and then it started going into like the zucchini bread, and now I get almost like I've never had a fruit cake in my life. Like I got the shirt nuttier than a fruit cake, but I've never had a fruit cake where it's had all the fruit. But this actually has like a.
You never had that? That's like the oddest fruit cake. That's a weird.
I've just never had it. I've always heard of them, but nobody ever brought a fruit cake to Christmas.
It's weird.
But I actually like the rye because I've been liking that whole peppery. effect after the fact. Like even if it doesn't coat as good, it sits on your tongue like a little like fireworks, a little pop rocks going. So
I would grab the bourbon first. Same price, so it's your preference, really.
Mm-hmm.
I think the nose is stronger in
the bourbon is phenomenal. Don't even get me wrong. I just drank that one.
Very butterscotch-esque for me. In the bourbon.
I'm not getting straight butterscotch, but I can see where you're going, like a lighter caramel. You know what I mean, like that in between.
Where there's butterscotch or tweener type for me.
No, I get
the flavor to me is I like the flavor. I like the hang time.
I'm 100% not disagreeing with you. That's the whole thing. I absolutely love the bourbon. I'm intrigued right now by the rye. It has a different nose.
So it's a 50-50. I prefer the original.
Tomorrow
bourbon.
I might like the bourbon better. It all depends on what you
Today
had before.
I like this. The rye's good. It is good.
Mm-hmm.
I just my taste palette is for up above. The question would be, where are you putting this?
I'm thinking though, in my head though, I'm thinking just off of straight memory, out of all the ryes we have, this might be my favorite rye. That's what I'm thinking in my head. Like my dilemma is that, do I really love the bourbon? Yes. But right now, just thinking of all the ryes I've had, and we'd have to do, if you want to see a mash mix-up, let us know. But I'm trying to go back.
We haven't done a competitive rye.
No, I'm trying to go back to the ryes that I've had, and I gotta say, I think I like this one the best. I think it's bringing the most flavor, the most taste. It does not drink like 101. And I'm getting a fruit. I'm getting a fruit. I'll probably never get a fruit in my life. So mark this down on this day. I've never, of all the, people say you get the fruit in the Irish, you get the fruit and stuff.
Once you put water in, now you really.
That's what I'm saying.
This is the
rest. I'm getting a fruit. I don't know what the heck that is.
I still get the Irish.
I don't get any.
The peat, but this.
Yeah. I don't know how you're getting smoke out of this.
I am. I don't know. It's like plain as day that stands out. I'm going to be fucked in a.
Oh, you got there's absolutely.
I'll be thinking, is that an Irish? I don't think I will.
If anyone's had this, leave a comment down below. If you get any edge of Scotch where you get the malted, like the malted barley that they usually do, with the peat smoke.
Well, what is
when
that?
You do the peat?
I do have.
I'm not getting any of that.
In the nose after.
I'm telling
water.
you. Yeah. That's. I all of a sudden I picked it up after drinking a bourbon, and I'm like, it's not really an orange, but it's a fruit-esque.
Grapefruitish, maybe.
It's definitely a fruit. I couldn't tell you. It's not like a lemon. It's not a lime. It's not an orange.
I'm almost leaning towards like a grapefruit.
I could go with that.
For me.
It's just there. It's not.
It's different.
There. I've
but
never smelled it.
I smell yours, and it's
I don't
right
get
back.
I don't get any of that. But
heat.
Again, that's the fun part of doing this because
I will be.
No matter who it is, you're gonna smell what you smell.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I can't tell you. That's why when I say no, you're wrong. That's just fun. It's just fun to say. But it's not. There is no right or wrong. It's whatever you smell. But I'm not getting any of the Scotch at all.
Where are you putting it?
I would definitely put this second level. I don't know if it would kick out any of the first level.
I don't think so.
But I think it could definitely take out one of the second ones.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Like maybe the 1783. It would go with all the other ryes that we have up there. We might have to do that. Leave a comment down below, and it'll be a couple weeks because we're a little bit ahead. But leave a comment down below. We might have to do a rye mash mix-up just for the heck of it.
Move one of them wherever, but
maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that in one of the
beam white. White might have to go.
I got beam white up there.
Yeah.
No, I can probably go down one. But no, I got Jack Rye. Oh, it's over there. I only say Evan Williams because it's so little left. It might go right in here, right in the face hole, because there's only so much. There's only this much. I really like the 1783 though. That was actually really good. I'm trying not to kill any of the ones that I know that I put in a sample, but it's going to end up eventually happen where we're going to have them and they're not going to be back.
But that's cheap enough to get it.
Yeah. But honestly,
you talk too much.
No, that's fine.
I
actually really
know
like
I'm going to be out.
That's all right. You can do it for a little shot. I'll take some more. I'm actually really enjoying this. And
I just screwed up. Now I got to mix. Now I got to rye in the other one.
That's because you don't know how to pour them right. So anyway. Well, there you go. Let's see how that one is. You got to blend.
Yeah.
But the woman at the cash register at your store was all about. She had said that. She said, "I really like the dark ryes," and I didn't. I was so yeah. And she was. We were having such a conversation. I didn't want to say like, what is your favorite rye? I didn't bother getting involved because it was a three-way conversation because we were talking to the other.
And they tend to do that.
Yeah, so but it was fun because we were having a whole conversation. Because he was like, I don't even drink. He goes, I'm more into. But he goes, I understand. And she was all about the rye lately. And I'm like, I got to be honest with you. The more I keep drinking them, I'm really, I haven't. Some people are really off put by the rye, and I've been like digging it. I don't know what it is. It's actually because some of them, like this one, brings me the bourbon flavors with that rye spice.
When you mix them.
It's probably delicious that way.
It's really good.
Honestly, as much as we're just babbling,
they're the same price.
And if you watch my original one, I kept saying wheelhouse, because I don't have glasses on and I'm blind. But if you see the original Wheel Horse bourbon, I almost said it again. I had to. Did you notice the concentration on that? The bourbon is actually really, really good.
And I honestly,
really good.
I would get that one first for myself. What I say, don't get this. No, it's very.
This
good.
one is definitely, now that I'm drinking it again, it is definitely spicier. But that's what rye brings you. It gives you that peppery spice.
Yes, but I like the flavor and
spices.
the taste. And that held its own as well. The
that
bourbon was, to me, it held longer, and I like the flavor better. For me,
it's definitely two different flavors. This gives you kind of like that bacon spice,
now when you
peppery.
Really
no, and that one is just honestly for the price. What is it? 27. It's under 30.
They're both 28.
And it's to me was a quality bourbon for under $30.
Yeah,
like it was one of them ones like I would buy,
and you don't hear it much.
No, I never heard of it. When I bought it, I only bought it because it had a tag.
I mean, honestly,
I left the tag on it.
Everyone, Knob, Elijah.
There's certain name brands that
Angels
everyone
Envy
talks
kinda
about,
is
right?
But then you go up and down in price or whatever.
Right.
I would get that one myself. If it were me for a drinker, I would get that.
Well, it's unique too because people look at it and like, what is this? Everybody heard of anyone who drinks whiskey's heard of the normal ones. Where
I notice more now when I go to a bar.
Yep.
Not that I go often, but
I haven't been in forever, so
it's I see what they have out there.
Yep.
And I get sadder and sadder because Seagram's is like their big mixer, a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's actually more vodka than whiskey. The
right.
Seagram 7, it really is.
I was kind of sad that they didn't have the Pierce or the Old Crow or something.
Yep.
But again, maybe they can't get it because again, the stores I go to, Old Crow is like non-existent. He finds a dime a dozen. I can't. But that's super cheap handles. But this.
That's the fun of actually doing this, though, because actually someone left a comment, and again, I said it in a previous video, and we appreciate all comments. Even if you want to say that we absolutely suck and get off the thing, that I appreciate them. It doesn't matter. Okay. So with that, we conduct, constructive criticism, but where someone had said, there is, don't get me wrong, I know Total Wine is cheaper, and I know the big chains are cheaper, and we don't really have a state liquor store in Massachusetts, so we can't really do that. But the fun part is, and you will attest to this more than me, I hit like three main stores, and some are cheaper than others with different ones, and some of them are good, some are bad and stuff. But it's all about, to me, it's all about making the contacts and talking to people, and we're trying to form a relationship of the local places, because I'd much rather give someone money that's 5 minutes down the road than to give a big chain place a store.
200%.
You know what I mean? That's just me. But with that being said, it is nice though when you can go and save, $5-10.
We're at the point maybe they can start working with us. We'll see.
Yeah,
we're there. We have communications going, so it's good.
What I was getting at with that whole story is and you'll attest more to me because you hit them on the way through, is it's amazing how every local liquor store has such a different collection.
Correct.
Where, you come here and look at some of the bottles I bought with the Nestvilles and the stuff, it was in one local store. And then you go to another store, or you Google it, and they're not even existent anywhere else. They're at, like, certain stores have certain products.
Which, that could be a bonus for us, that
push.
we'll find one that they bought that they thought was going to be a hit.
Right.
And it's still sitting there.
Right.
We are kind of out in the middle of nowhere, so.
Right.
And we're not in a big city.
No.
So, They try to buy what they think's gonna sell, and then if it doesn't sell,
But it is neat hitting different stores, or even. Well, I just put it over there where we got like a store pick where
they're like you again.
where he did with, totally random with just the Boston Distillery Company and Sam Adams. You know what I mean? Where he was the only store that did that I've ever seen. I've never seen it collaborated anywhere else. You know what I mean? So, well, there you go. We babbled on long enough with that one. But leave a comment down below. Hit the dislike button at this point because we babbled on so long. It doesn't really matter. Hit something. We appreciate you watching. And anything else?
Good. Very good.
Yeah, no, I would go very good actually, because as far as rye goes, and you may see a mass mix up with all the ryes because
we have a few now. We could do a 3-way or something.
Off just straight memory, this one's bringing it. This is bringing the flavor. So there you go. We're gonna have to see what happens, but there it is. There is our Wheel Horse Rye Whiskey, and that being said, spend less, drink more. Thanks for watching. Cheers.
Cheers. Subscribe. The bourbon mix isn't bad.
I actually really love them both. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't had that bourbon since we did the original.
Me either.